What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to yet another edition of The Drop. And this week we've got a big snowboarding game coming from Ubisoft that I'm pretty excited about myself. Final Fantasy 15 is finally upon us, and Super Mario Maker is making its way over to the Nintendo 3DS. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down all of the new video games coming out this week. Alright, so kicking things off, we have Steep coming to the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Ride a massive open world of the Alps and Alaska where the powder is always fresh and the run never ends. Defy and master the world's most epic mountains with skis, wingsuit, snowboard, and paraglider. Go solo or drop in side by side with other players, record and share the most insane stunts you've ever captured. Dare your friends to try out your custom lines, then challenge the world to beat your best tricks and relive your most epic wipeouts. The mountain is yours to explore, so strap in, suit up, and drop in. Now, I would venture to say that I am not in the minority whenever I say the majority of my snowboarding experience within video games has been on SSX, specifically SSX Tricky. That is by far, in my opinion, the most iconic snowboarding series to date, because back in the day on the PlayStation 2, I would just dig into that, and of course, you're getting a similar kind of experience just because it is the same kind of sport, but Steep is a much more realistic take on the world of snowboarding, and one that I think could work out pretty well. Now, like the description says, there is skiing, there is snowboarding, there is paragliding, there is wingsuiting, I suppose that's the verb for that. Whatever you might want to do on the mountain in Steep, you can definitely do that, and that's great for replayability, because if you get bored doing one-map snowboarding, you can try it with skis, or perhaps you can try it with a wingsuit. It just depends on what you want to do, but regardless, there are a lot of different ways to experience the world of Steep. Now, in my recent memory, I can't remember having a really great snowboarding experience within a game. Of course, you've got those Shaun White games. There was an SSX game that came out on the Xbox 360 that was included in Games with Gold a couple of months back, but it wasn't really one that struck gold and really drew in a crowd of snowboard game fans. So hopefully with Steep, we're seeing kind of a rebirth of the snowboarding game genre, and I would love to see that happen because those are some of the best times that I remember having on my PlayStation 2 as a kid, and I would love to re-experience that same feeling on my PlayStation 4, my Xbox One, or my PC, and hopefully Steep will definitely lay the foundation for more games like that to come. Next up, we've got Super Mario Maker 3DS coming to, you guessed it, the Nintendo 3DS. Want your cannons to shoot coins? Go for it. In this game, you call the shots, and simple touchscreen controls and interactive tutorials make designing courses a snap. Learn design tips and tricks from Mario and Yamamura, and then share your masterpieces via the Street Pass feature and local wireless. Collaborating has never been easier now that you can share incomplete courses with other players. Finish off a course together with a special icon will commemorate the collaboration. That's one of many reasons that this is the must-play portable Mario game for inventive groups of friends and anyone yearning for never-ending Super Mario magic. Now, there are a couple of little bullet points here that I wanted to touch on. Enjoy a nearly limitless supply of side-scrolling 2D Mario courses anytime, anywhere. Take on 100 built-in courses as you tackle the Super Mario Challenge, and play recommended courses from the Super Mario Maker game on the Wii U console and take on that game's 100 Mario Challenge. Now, if you were lucky enough to pick up a 3DS on Black Friday, that sweet black or white model that they came out with specifically for the holidays here in the States, this is a great way to test out that new console because this is going to be a very fun experience. That being said, this is not the same fun experience that you would get on the Wii U version of the game. One big difference is that 3DS users cannot share their creations with other 3DS players like you would be able to do on the Wii U version of the game. I still don't understand why. You can do Street Pass, you can do local internet connectivity, but you can't share wirelessly over the internet in 2016? Really, Nintendo? Like, that's a major part of the experience of Super Mario Maker. Now, another big missing feature is the Mystery Mushroom, which pretty much allowed Mario to transform into other characters. Most popular, or the most famous one that I know of, is Sonic, where he's able to transform into Sonic and race his way through the level. That is a really fun aspect of the game, and to have that not included in the 3DS version of the game may be a deal breaker for some people that have already experienced the Wii U version of the game, which is actually the full version of the game, if I do say so myself. So when it comes down to it, is Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo 3DS actually worth the investment? Absolutely, if you are a fan of Mario, because you do get 100 pre-made Mario levels, which that right there is a full Mario title, and then on top of that you can connect to the internet and download Wii U levels. That is a ton of content right there for you to enjoy. What I'm really trying to say here is that if you don't expect the full Wii U experience that you are getting on the home console, then you are definitely going to be pleased with what you get from the mobile version of Super Mario Maker, which is coming to the Nintendo 3DS this week. Next up, we've got Final Fantasy 15 coming to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC. En route to wed his fiancée Luna on a road trip with his best friends, Prince Noctis is advised by news reports that his homeland has been invaded and taken over under the false pretense of a peace treaty, and that he, his loved one, and his father King Regis have been slain at the hands of the enemy. To gather the strength needed to uncover the truth and reclaim his homeland, Noctis and his loyal companions must overcome a series of challenges in a spectacular open world that is filled with larger-than-life creatures, amazing wonders, diverse cultures, and treacherous foes. Alright, so here's the thing with Final Fantasy. I appreciate that people are excited about this game. I'm glad people are excited about this game. There is not one iota of my being that has any intention of playing Final Fantasy 15. Now that being said, I have heard that Final Fantasy 15 is the best way for newcomers to get into the franchise, so if you want to check this game out, this is definitely the time to jump in and see what exactly is going on, because I have heard it's very welcoming to newcomers. That being said, one of those newcomers is not going to be me, but pretty much you know if you want to play Final Fantasy 15 or not. You know if you are going to be that guy, so if you are that guy, it's coming out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC this week. So let's go ahead and wrap things up with a couple of honorable mentions. Hyper Light Drifter Collector's Edition is coming from iam8bit to the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Now this is a very, very fun game that I've had the pleasure of playing on Steam. I would definitely recommend giving this one a shot if you haven't already. Now I'm not saying go out and buy the Collector's Edition of the game, but it is usually on sale for a couple of bucks on the PC or the PlayStation 4. Not sure about Xbox One, but if you have the opportunity, I would definitely jump on it because it is a fun time. Now then we have No Man's Sky Explorers Edition, another iam8bit release coming to the PC. Now there was this big Foundation Update 1.1 earlier in the week, which I did a video on, which I will link down below, and it's definitely making No Man's Sky more playable. Is it worth buying the Collector's Edition of the game? Ooh, I'd probably hold off on that one for just a minute. And then last but not least, The Crew Ultimate Edition is coming to the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Now this is that racing game that came out a couple of years ago, and this is pretty much that game and all the DLC. So if you need a new racer, you can check out The Crew if you are so inclined on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC this week, with all that DLC all bundled up in a nice little package. So there you guys have it. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of The Drop. If you did, drop it a like down below and share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you might use to connect with the people online. Let people know about the channel and let people know about this video. And if you happen to be new here, do check out some of my other content because I do upload new stuff throughout the week. So there's always new stuff right here on the channel when you drop by to watch some videos. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.